My name is Jeremy Walton, and this is all about the best travel backpack for 2024. Let's go! I now have quite a few camera backpacks, and the newest addition is the Tenba Axis Road Warrior backpack. When I don't need to bring all my gear, but I still need a camera bag, I reach for the Road Warrior. Whether it's for a day trip, an afternoon, heading to the beach, or to a galaxy far, far away, you have a lot of options, so understanding why I use this bag might make your decision much easier. I'm gonna cover the ins and outs and what I specifically use this bag for. If you remember, my go-to bag is the Tenba Axis V2. Did a big review on that out in Yellowstone. Go watch to see why it's my favorite. But this is my travel camera bag, and if you're looking to buy one, the first thing you need to consider is size. What you're looking at is the 16 liter. For me, that's a great size for traveling, but not only that, this is thin with a lot of layers. The best way to really show you what I mean is comparing it to the Axis V2. Let me bring that out. Here's a side-by-side comparison, and let me open this up. Look at all that storage inside the Axis V2. Makes sense why I cram this full of gear. The Road Warrior is much thinner and has a bunch of zippers. You get layer after layer after layer. This is for travel. This is for gear. Let me show you what I would normally bring on a trip. It's not everything, but you'll get the idea. I've loaded the backpack up, and let's start with layer 1. Right here is where my business card and details go, and the hidden pocket inside is where you'll put your AirTag. If you travel, these are such a simple, cheap investment. They've come in handy so many times. Get some. Right here for storage, we have 4 sleeve-like pockets. At the top is where I keep my hard drive I use for editing, and it's a perfect fit. Next door is some cables. Below that is where I keep my laptop charger, and then I have some additional cables and my phone charger. I like this setup because whether the bag is upright next to me or under the seat, you have easy access. This can all be zipped up, and I just have to reach in and grab what I need. The worst thing ever is opening your bag on a plane and have all your stuff fall out. Not good. Then we have layer 2. This is where I like to store my laptop. I recently got a 14-inch MacBook Pro. Traveling in and out of hotels, editing on a plane, the 14-inch has been a huge upgrade for me, going smaller compared to using the 16-inch. There's also room for an iPad if you need it, and right here is usually some kind of snack. Again, easy access when on a plane. Now we have the third layer. There is another spot for a laptop if you need it, especially if you roll with a 16-inch. I could put mine here, but I like to separate everything so I don't have to think where something is. Before I get into what's at the bottom of the bag, when it comes to size, there is one issue I need to cover. If you're traveling on a plane, you'll want to slide this under the seat. I tested this out, and here's what I found. If you're flying Delta first class, you might run into some issues. I couldn't slide the bag all the way under the seat in front of me. I tried to bend over and record the bar that was blocking the backpack, but you probably can't tell from the video. Now, Delta has been renovating their planes, and they've made some improvements, but that's an issue I found. Although it's far enough in that the flight attendants didn't say anything. You shouldn't have a problem. For Comfort Plus or main cabin, you should be fine. Here's a shot of my bigger Tenba Axis in Comfort Plus, and it slides under with no issues. Sorry I can't fly every airline and test this out, but giving you the info I'm aware of. Back to the details. What's unique about this bag is the camera insert at the bottom. Now you might be asking, what do I need this for? Well, a lot of things. For me, I might just want to keep things even lighter. If I'm on a short hike or walking through the city, I usually like to carry my camera, so this camera insert can hold an extra lens, a battery, memory card, whatever you think you'll need, you can have a small footprint. I like having options, and it does serve another important purpose. When traveling, especially on a plane, it protects my camera and lens. It's a compartment inside the bag for extra security. So I usually travel with my Canon R3 and RF 24-70. I have it packed inside right here, and it barely fits. It's pretty snug, and having my variable ND filter on here makes it a bit more difficult, but it fits. If you have anything smaller, you'll be good to go. You do have extra space above the camera insert, but that's for another purpose I want to talk about. I like these compression packing cubes. You can fit shirts, shorts, boxers, socks, whatever you need for a short trip, and throw it in your bag. This is about 10 by 14 inches. If you can get something a tad smaller, it'll fit better, but these work for me. Camera, clothes, even room for toiletries, and you're set for any kind of short-term trip. Surprisingly, I've taken this bag to the beach as well. It really does get a lot of use, and at the beach, I'm throwing my towel in there, hat, sunglasses, a change of clothes, while keeping my camera gear safe. It's perfect for a gym bag. Replace the camera insert with your gym shoes, and there you go. The more you use it, the cost per use goes down, and that's Filmmakers math. We also have a zipper pocket on the side. You can put whatever you want in there, a spot for your passport, a battery, memory card, or even a snack. It's an easy access pocket for your convenience. On the other side, you can slide in a small tripod if you need it, but for me, it's always a go-to for a water bottle. Perfect for flying or traveling. No matter what you're doing, it can't hurt to have some water. If we're talking about traveling, that means the trolley strap on the back. This is something every backpack should have. Sometimes you don't want to carry your bag, and this 16 liter fits perfect on a roller case. I just push it around the airport and give myself a break when I need it. When you're wearing it, these pivot fit straps fit my shoulders nicely. They're padded, they have a clip in the front if that's your thing. But this handle at the top right here is something my Axis V2 doesn't have, and it's a surprise for me. I didn't realize how much I actually use it, and when it's of higher quality, leather trimmed, thicker, it makes a difference. The non-slip grip also comes in handy when you need to... Are we falling deep, or are we just pretending? The last thing that might be on your mind when looking for a good travel bag is build quality. I haven't had this bag long enough to review that, but I've owned a lot of Tenba bags. Let me show you. This is a lot, and they've all held up to my abuse. I even used the Attaché 3220, and I literally beat that bag up, and I mean literally, and it's still running strong. The Tenba Road Warrior is built with the same quality, so I'm expecting the same results. Let's clear all this up. To match my Axis V2, the color I went with is the multi-cam black. You can order it in solid black if you want. As you can see, the camo is pretty subtle. I'm a fan. You also have reflective mullet webbing across the front of the bag if you want to add additional accessories. Purchasing a camera bag is a big decision, especially if you're only buying one. I'm lucky enough to own a bunch, but it all comes down to what your needs are. I'm basically only using my Tenba Axis V2 and my Road Warrior. Those two bags right now fit my needs. Honestly, it took some time to narrow down what works best for me, so when I do a review, I try to cover as much as I can to make your decision a little easier. If you're on the move and travel light, then I highly recommend the Tenba Road Warrior. But if you have more specific needs, then check out the entire line of Tenba bags. Well, there you have it, the best travel backpack for 2024. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button because there's definitely more on the way. Subscribe so you don't miss out. Leave a comment if you have questions. Until next time, it's a wrap.